Hello there, bros and bookkeepers. Welcome to Basically Misled. I'm Dagny.
And I'm Day.
We give advice. 50% is life-changing, 50% will leave you crying in a stairwell by the end of the day. You decide which is which.
Come procrastinate with us while we chatter endlessly about things you could probably just Google.
All right, starting off today, what is this podcast about? It's about being an Evergreen student. 101. What's a real Evergreen student? That's my question for today. We'll find out by the end.
Or we won't.
You can still listen to this if you're not an Evergreen student. Maybe you are a freshman on a different college. Maybe you used to be a freshman in college. Maybe you just like hearing about college students. That one's a little questionable.
Maybe. Yeah, get out of here. Maybe.
No, but stay.
Right, please, we need the listeners. Maybe you are a high school freshman. That could work. Maybe
you're a high school senior. I think that would work better.
Be more age appropriate, but it could work if
Don't
you're
do
a
drugs,
freshman.
kids.
Or alcohol. Or do. We don't know which was better.
That's why we're not sure, because we don't know which one's better.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I think we all need advice on how to be students. Like, you know, like this podcast will give
Are
it
we
to
doing
you.
it right?
I
think
know.
I'm having the college experience, all caps.
I think I'm having the college experience, but in lower caps completely, with like a shit ton of exclamation points at the end.
Maybe I'm having I'm having at least 80% of the college experience.
Yeah,
Maybe not 100%.
A lot of the college experience, I feel like, is sex. And like having a bunch of
Well, I'm not
friends.
having that. So.
And you're not having either of those things. But I make up for it.
Yeah.
You have the relationship.
I have the relationship part of the college experience.
And I have all the other stuff.
I don't have
Don't
the party
listen to
part of
this
the college
mother.
experience.
Yeah, but we party in our own ways.
Yeah.
By playing board games alone.
Yeah. I go to class. That's the college experience.
I feel like most people would say that isn't the college experience.
Do you know what? I walk around campus and I see people and I know who they are. I'm so proud of that.
Yeah,
Of course, you know at least 5 times more people than I do, but I still know enough people.
Well, I know a lot of faces. I don't know a lot of names, I think.
Well, I don't know names, but I know people.
Right? Yeah. So, also, I think you should listen to this because we are fucking hilarious.
That's a good point. We can never lose that point.
No.
All
Let's
right.
become really depressed and sad about everything.
Wow. So,
I think they
to
find
move
us
on from the
hilarious.
subject of depression, let's talk about school and going to class, because those are complete opposites.
School and going to class.
How can you be sad if you're sitting in a class lecture almost falling asleep because you were drinking till 3 a.m. the night before? That's what I want to know.
Valid point.
So anyway, my advice, go to class. That's real advice, though.
Yeah, real advice now. I would say you should, like, voice concerns to teachers.
Yes.
Because especially at Evergreen, I think they are really willing to adapt or to just kind of find something that will work best for you. Maybe not like adapt the entire class, but all the teachers that I've had have been willing to work with me.
If you're having issues, talk to them. And it's hard. I definitely don't have 100% good record with doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But it is really good every time I do.
Right? Like, these teachers actually care about you. So, I would say that. Also, don't be late.
That's the hardest thing to make up, is if you're not in class.
Yeah.
That's the stuff you're going to get the most out of.
Like, even when I'm down in the dumps, don't feel like going to class, just want to, like, sleep or watch Netflix all day, I usually go because just me being there, like, gets me points. And also, I get so much more out of going to class than just, like, doing homework at home.
Also, be proud of yourself for showing up. Even if you're not in 100%, you're having a bad week, you feel like you're not doing a good job, pay attention. Like, showing up to class, you've done a good job. Like, be happy with yourself. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Except maybe other people don't do that. Maybe I just do that.
Beat yourself up?
Yeah.
No, I definitely do. But I beat myself up more if I don't go to class.
Yeah.
So I think
it's always worse to not go than to go.
How do you choose your classes? Because I feel like that also is an important role in how, like, if you want to go to class and stuff, like, the classes you choose.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely don't do it in the most, like, efficient and, like, best way possible. But that is because I just have an inherent trust in Evergreen that if I take a class at Evergreen that I like the description of, it's going to be useful and I'm going to learn things from it. So I really do it by subject and by description. A little bit by teacher, but only in the sense that if I've heard a teacher from other people has a style of teaching that I don't think I would mesh with, then I stay away from it. But when people say there's a good teacher, I don't necessarily go to that.
Yeah, I definitely, I don't go with teachers because people are like, oh, they're so good. And interestingly enough, I feel like all the teachers that I've really liked and had good connections with, and this isn't just at Evergreen, this was like in high school as well, those teachers that I like have a good connection with, people didn't like. And I don't know if it's just the way I interact with teachers or if I just get their style better than others. But, like, one of the teachers that I'm now going into, like, my second year of having her, I read reviews for her online and I've heard people talk about her and they really just didn't like her. Like, I mean, a lot of people liked her, but a lot of people didn't like her, or they said that she was, like, gave too much work, and I think a lot of the points they had were true, but I also just really value her as a teacher. So for me, it's less about, like, if I hear a teacher's good or bad, and more if I just like the description.
I mean, my favorite teacher that I've had at Evergreen online has a review that's, like, yelling at her about being racist. And, like, I don't know that experience, but she's literally, like, one of the kindest people I've ever met.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah, I think it's really, that's another thing about Evergreen. Like, the classes that you take, I feel like a lot of people that I know come here for the type of classes and things like that. So, like, and they come here because they want to learn a bunch of different things. So why not, like, you're paying all this money, so, like, go and actually take a class that you enjoy and, like, are interested in.
Also, I will say, last quarter I took a mix of classes that was like 2 4-credit, 1 8-credit, and 1 2-credit. And Evergreen is not set up for you to take classes that way.
No, not
I
at
wouldn't
all.
recommend it.
Yeah.
Taking one 16-credit program, maybe like a 16-credit and a 4-credit, like, it is set up to do that. It's way more work to take a bunch of tiny classes.
Yeah.
So I would say just get into a 16-credit program, even if you think you might.
Or, like, a 12 and 4-credit
12
program
and 4
could
can work.
Or, like, I've done 16 and 2.
I think even
That
2
works
8s
well.
will work. I think if you just keep it like 2 classes,
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Don't do more than 3 small classes.
Yeah. Other colleges are set up so you can take 4 classes at once. That's how they're set up. But this one is not, even if credit-wise it seems like it could work out.
I observed Dagny. She was not good like that. And I would have been way worse, I think. So, We don't advise it.
No.
Yeah. Another thing is, I don't know, I really like to find a teacher and then, like, latch on to them like a leech and never let go.
Yeah.
And I've had a dilemma internally about whether or not that's good for me, because I do want to experience a lot of different things at Evergreen, especially since I only have like 30 years instead of 4. But I just had to like find somebody that was what I wanted to do with my life, and then go.
It's easier because you're more subject focused.
I am.
I'm a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
What am I doing with my life? Email us and tell us.
Yeah, we don't know with her. Could go anywhere. But yeah. There's some good campus resources that I think are like kind of necessary to be a good college student.
I feel like I don't utilize the resources on campus as much as I could, especially once it gets deep in the quarter. And then it just seems like a lot.
I really like the study rooms in the library.
Yeah.
Like, and I keep forgetting that. But I really like them. And I think that that is, like, it's just nice to get out of your room or out of wherever you're studying and go to a new place. Plus, there's a guy who is, every time I go to the basement, he's there. I think he lives in the basement of the library, to be honest. Like, he has a curtain up in the room that he always goes in, and he's just always there.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, and he uses the computer in the basement, and he goes back and forth, walks all around, but I think he lives there. I mean, I don't know if he really lives there, but there's people that have lived in vents before. Like,
I really like the writing center. Now,
Yeah.
I don't really use it that much, honestly.
I've never used it before.
But it's a great place, really. It always makes me feel better when I go.
I know people who work in the Quasar Center, and they are like the nicest people ever. And if I was in a science or math focused program, I would need to go there. And like, don't be intimidated by the fact that like you need help. Like, they are so nice and like very knowledgeable. And I think that's the same with the writing center people.
Yeah.
Another thing in the library to look at is the books. I think...
I don't do that.
See, I've had programs where I have to order books from the library, but I also think, like, a lot of people can get their school books through the library.
You can get books that are required from your program through the library.
And that works really well. I like to buy books, but also I have used the closed reserve books that teachers set up for you to have just in the library. That's helpful. But yeah, another resource I like is the bookstore, because they have everything, really. Like, they have books, because they're a bookstore. They have food, of a lot of different food. They have beverages, a shit ton of beverages, and then art supplies. I think the art supplies there, they cater especially to students and for classes. So if you're in an art program and you want to further your like art supplies or your art knowledge, the person who's in charge of buying the art supplies is really good at that, and she knows her stuff. So it's a fun environment in there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good campus resource that I like to utilize is sitting in public.
That's a good one.
There's lots of seating in a campus, and you can just sit there and watch people walk by.
Yeah.
And I recommend it for people who need to feel less like a hermit.
People watching is such an amazing way to, like, use your time.
To feel connected without really getting to know anyone.
Right? You can
I don't
make
actually
up
people watch,
stories
though.
about them. I guess, yeah.
I watch around the people. I see that they're walking by, but I don't look at them.
I stare directly at them, decide whether or not I find them attractive. And then, based on that statement, I either smile at them or I look away.
There's only a couple attractive people at Evergreen. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes, I do.
It's you.
I know. Yeah. I'm not the most attractive one, though. For me, there are quite a few people I'd find attractive, and then there's, like, the hot guys. I think there's, like 3 of them right now? Yeah, there's, like, 3 hot guys. Maybe 4. But those are, like, the guys that I'm, like, can't get with them.
You know, thinking about it, I almost like public seating more when nobody's around.
Oh my god!
It's still in public. I still feel connected to the campus.
But, like, nobody's
But
there.
nobody's around.
Huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you.
You know what you should also do is you should walk to the top of the Seminar 2 buildings so you can see the lights on top of the library and then just look at the view.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can walk up on the library and see those lights.
No, you have to see them from a distance.
No, that's a really fun way to, like, just, like, walk around the campus. Like, go to the farm. Go to...
Farm's not very exciting.
It's an exciting walk if you want trees.
If it's the summer, there's crabs on the beach.
A lot of dead ones as
A
well.
lot of tiny crabs in the water. If that's exciting to you, go visit them today.
Yeah, because this will be out during the summer.
I don't know when crabs die. Or do they hibernate?
I don't know anything about crabs. Do they bury themselves in the sand?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. What do they get in a shell? Right?
I'm not a science major.
Wait, do crabs change shells? Or
No,
do
they grow,
what?
right?
What is the animal
hermit
that
crab?
do they change shells?
Yes.
Okay, so it is a form of a crab,
Yeah.
but it's like not. I'm a hermit crab. I love her. I like that.
I had a hermit crab for years. Its
Yeah.
name was Norbert, after the dragon in Harry Potter.
That is such a Dagny thing.
Yeah, I had him for years. Although, if you know Harry Potter, you know that the dragon in Harry Potter actually turned out to be a female. And its name was changed to Norberta.
I think they should have kept it at Norbert. Like, screw gender norms for names.
I know, right?
Norbert is
Norbert.
That's the name of my first child. First said here. Norbert Dagny Fedig.
Oh my god! I like how my hermit crab's name is the first name, but my name is the middle name.
I told you would have a middle name spot.
I guess I said I'd have a middle name. But you know what I'm going to do? As soon as that child is born, I'm going to start calling it Dagny, and then everyone will catch on, and then it will be one of those kids where everyone calls it the middle name. And yes, I'm saying it for the child. That's not very nice.
Well, we don't know the gender of the child.
Babies, man.
They might not want to go by they. They might want to. They might not want to go by he. They might want to go by she. It could be the other way around where they're she, but they want to be a he. It's an it right now. It has not even been conceived in my womb.
Your womb.
Yep.
Wow.
Maybe it has. Dagny.
Please,
I have something
please
to
have
tell
it
you.
not have been.
Dagny, I
No.
have something to tell you.
Let's not.
I am not pregnant.
Thank God.
And no one is the father. Now that'd be a fun thing to text someone.
No.
I like to play cruel jokes on people.
You want a good campus resource? The field.
The
Get a
field.
nice blanket and lay down on it in the field.
Oh, no, you should definitely do that during the day, but also at night.
Definitely
That
do
is
it at night.
So fun. It can be a clear or stormy night. Maybe don't go when it's raining unless you like that. I don't, though.
Ooh, wait, I've got a great activity for them.
Tell.
Okay, so when fire drills are going on, you sneak into the woods behind trees and you hide from all the RAs trying to direct you.
Yeah.
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 Definitely do that. Definitely don't do that in front of an RA. That's why you're hiding in the trees.
Right. And actually, leave your rooms. During fire drills, you might think, oh, I can wait for it to, like, stop beeping.
No.
No, because you will get a fine.
The only thing you have to do is be out of the building when the fire drill is going on.
Yeah.
But definitely know where to go. You're going by the Thunderdome. Everyone should know where the Thunderdome is.
Yeah, know where the Thunderdome is, and then don't go to the drill. Because the drills are for losers. No, they
Fire
are for
safety
losers.
is real. Don't bring a microwave into your room. Wait, a toaster.
Don't bring a toaster.
Don't bring a toaster into your room.
Or a blender.
You can use a microwave. A
A
microwave's a good
microwave
quality
is
thing.
available.
For
rent.
rental.
Yeah. That's something you should do. Get your mini fridge and your microwave.
And you know what?
From there.
RAs, what a resource. In fact, you should go to them with
yeah.
all of your very personal emotional problems because they'd love to hear about it all through the night, especially ones that live in your suite.
Mm-hmm.
Especially ones named Keely.
Yeah, Keely will be there for you.
Yes.
Forever. Although, I know other RAs who, like, they don't feel like their students love them. Like, their residents.
Show love
Like,
to your RA.
show love to your RA because they really appreciate it. And you don't know how much shit they do for their
They have
residents.
to deal with all of you hooligans.
Yeah, they have to deal with everything. They have to make those bulletin boards. Stop and read those bulletin boards, people. Sometimes they actually are good.
Okay, mostly they're pretty boring, but...
Sometimes they're good. And, like, though, if you get an artist for your RA, like Keely, then she'll really put in work for those door decks. She, like, started in July. Okay?
You know what you also need for your dorm is a happy light. If
Oh,
you don't know what a
yeah.
happy light is, it's a light that has the same kind of light rays as the sun, which in such a dreary, depressing place like Olympia, you won't get seasonal depression if you look at it 20 to 30 minutes a day. Now, here's how you look at one of these lights. The light has to be going into your eyes. Don't stare directly into it. Look off to the side.
Look at your phone.
Look
Read
at your
a
phone.
book. Do your
book.
homework.
But make sure the light's going into your eyes. That's serious, though. Like,
Yeah.
I will feel significantly better if I look at that light for 3 days in a row
Right.
compared to if I don't. Because it's dark in Olympia. And
so
humans
dark.
aren't used to it. And we don't cope well. So a lot of humans don't cope well with that. Buy yourself a happy light.
One thing attached to that, though, is that I heard if you do it after noon, like after 12 p.m., then it can affect with your sleep schedule. Let's be honest, we already have sleep schedule issues, so don't need to do anything more.
That's interesting that it's that late, though. Because I feel like as long as you could see the sun brightly, that would be a fine time to use it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would say
what
probably
heard.
before 3 p.m. for sure. But I
Yeah,
don't know
but
about
like,
before 12.
what about when it's really dreary out and it's like in the deadness of winter and there's like no light?
I guess 3
past
p.m. is
3.
still pretty late.
Or like, yeah. Because I feel like sometimes it gets dark after 2.
You know, also a lot of phones have like blue light filters.
Yeah.
So I think if you're getting a lot of blue light from somewhere else, I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Blue light can also mess with your sleep. Set a blue light filter automatically to turn on whenever the sun sets.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do.
That's good, yeah.
I don't know if it's helped or not, but I do it anyway. I have a really strong dedication to look at my phone in black and white as a slightly orange color.
Yeah. I would say definitely go on walks. So you can, with a friend,
Go into the woods.
go into the woods or even go around the soccer field. That's a nice little jaunt real close to the dorms and just go around with a friend and vent about your life. Just like talk to them, vent about your life. It's so relieving. And no one will really hear you. Also, then you can really start to appreciate the campus and become into it. Dagny knows about that.
Increase your good feelings toward the campus for a better college experience. Another great resource is a friend that has a car.
I would testify to that.
That's me. I'm the friend that has a car.
Although I've gotten more comfortable with the bus.
But you can't go on a late night ice cream run listening to Taylor Swift in the car without a car.
That is so true.
Get a full car of your friends, listen to Taylor Swift, and go get ice cream at midnight.
We need to make a note of that to do that with our friends when they come back for school.
We should do that when we're 30 and see if it's still fun.
Oh, it so will be. You know it will be fun. How would it not be fun to go at... Well, okay. We're already getting way too tired before 12.
That's true. We'll be exhausted.
I think it'll be like a 9 p.m. ice cream.
Wow. Well, it's gotta be... as long as it's dark and the cars on the road have decreased, it's okay.
Yeah.
Although the later you get, the better it is.
Maybe we'll be popping one night and be able to go at like 10:30.
Well.
Maybe 10.
Should we talk about the right way to not get caught doing things you're not supposed to do in the dorms?
Yes, because we know all about it.
We know all about it because we do it all the time. Just kidding. Doing anything unadvisable, you know what we're talking about, in the dorms.
Yeah.
You could get caught. However, there are some things you can do if you are dedicated to the idea. First of all, people can see in your window. I don't care where your window is. If it's a window, the RAs can see through it. Don't be stupid. Cover up the window. They make things that cover up the window. They're called blinds. Put them down.
Yeah. Also, surprisingly enough, RAs have noses.
It's shocking.
Right? So, definitely be aware that certain things you're doing have smells, and they can definitely find them out. Especially if you live in the suite with an RA.
Yes.
Just don't do it. Go to your friend's
room. Think twice.
Room.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. Be aware of smell. They make tools to help with the smell. Decretion.
They do.
They do.
The main thing is, don't let people get a visual. Don't let people hear you.
Oh, don't say anything about the illegal activity you're doing, even slightly loud, because if someone's walking by, could be an RA, could be someone higher up, they might hear you.
You know what we sound like, though? We sound like people who don't do illegal activities in the dorms, which is accurate.
It's very accurate, but we've been in rooms where illegal activities were happening.
No, I don't remember that at all.
No?
No.
Okay. Huh. Maybe because you were doing them.
I'm just kidding, Day.
I know. Or do I not? I thought you were serious for a minute. But, like, how could you not know?
I think you're just not picking up on my amazing sense of humor and sarcasm.
I don't think I am. Man, I said we were going to be hilarious in this episode.
I think it's because you're too far away. Maybe we should turn the light on.
Turn the light on. It's
okay,
so...
there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. I just see a whole new Dagny now.
It's because you're blind. It's okay. I'm a little blind, too.
Yeah. Not as blind as me, though.
No, you're extremely blind.
No one's as blind as me, except a blind person.
That's so mean to blind people.
Blind people are nice. I like them.
Wow.
Sounds like I've never met a blind person. Wow.
Oh boy.
So illegal activities. We just think, like, go ahead, do it. Everybody does illegal activities in the dorms. Maybe even us. But, just don't get caught. Or if you do, maybe cry a bunch. Then they might feel bad for you.
I don't think that helps at all.
Depends on who you get.
We've clearly never gotten caught.
No, because we're so good at it.
I think we don't do anything.
Like we said in a previous episode, we're very innocent.
You don't know
or
anything.
we were when we came to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sweet mates were doing Adderall.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, and they were drinking.
They
Of
would
course,
drink a lot.
they left alcohol out that you could see through the window. That's I think the dumbest stories that I hear about people getting caught is they leave alcohol bottles so you can see.
Yeah. Now it's okay to have a bottle as a vase.
No, it's not.
No?
No, you cannot have any alcohol bottle, no matter what it's for, in your room.
Oh.
In the dorms.
See, look at me. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get rid of them. Get rid of the evidence.
Or go off campus and take the bus back.
Take the bus back or Uber.
Or Uber.
But bus, they have the Nightline running during the school year, and it's free because you got your bus pass.
Get your sticker on your student ID so you can have the bus pass.
You never know, even if you have a car, when it will come in handy.
Yeah.
Say your car breaks down, you have to get back for class.
I still have fall of last year on mine because it was such a pretty color, and I was like, I don't want to cover this up.
Right.
So mine is no longer active. I need to get the new sticker.
Well, you can't until a month from now.
My personal favorite is to have lots of pretty pens so that when you write notes in class, you feel motivated.
A lot of people do that. I know a lot of people who go to the bookstore.
The pens in the bookstore are good. I won't really buy anything else in the bookstore unless I'm desperate, but the pens are good.
They are. Yeah. Yeah, I like to knit in class because it's a way for me to be focused on something when I'm really bored and feel productive, but also using your hands while you're learning, or just knitting and doing those motions while you're learning can help your learning.
I feel like it's such a classic Evergreen classroom when there's 3 people knitting during a lecture.
Yeah. That's definitely happened in multiple classes of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when we had to eat at the Greenery?
Don't remind me.
That was terrible.
It was atrocious, man.
I don't even think I have advice for people eating there.
I do.
Actually, I do. Even if you're not gluten-free, go to the gluten-free section once in a while because there's other food over there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Try
not to eat fries every single day if you can help it.
Right, yeah, that's a good point. I always especially since I do have allergies, I like to be aware of what it is I'm going to be forced to eat at the Greenery. So I would go online and look at their menu, which wasn't always accurate, but it usually said what they were having, and it would tell you if it's gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, or there might be some other one that it does. That way you can prepare yourself for what you're about to eat.
Try to eat a vegetable, once in a while.
But I have now heard accounts of, I think, 3 people who got food poisoning from the salad bar. Now, I have never, and I used to just go there, eat salad and french fries. And I did that for, quite a while. So, I think, it's okay safe.
Most of the time.
Yeah, just be aware that is something. But, also I was very picky about the lettuce I chose. And, the vegetables I put on it.
Yeah. A classic student move is to just pile as many cookies as you can into your backpack and leave the Greenery.
Oh, yeah. Steal as many cookies as you can. 'Cause,
only one is allowed. So every one above 1 is a bonus cookie.
Yeah. Just, like, put them in a napkin, in your pocket, or in your backpack, or bring a Ziploc bag.
Oh, that's even worse. That's practically cheating. You have to go in with no supplies. That's the real challenge. It's not a challenge at all. It's taking candy from a baby.
Right.
Of course, you probably shouldn't be eating that many cookies, especially cookies from the greenery. So, on second thought...
fruit. They have fruit. It's not that great, but if you want an apple or banana, take it. Maybe steal broccoli. They usually have semi-okay broccoli.
I think the best thing about the greenery is that little chalkboard they have that says the special, and there's like pretty art on it. But I would say that I only like the art about 10% of the time, and that's the best part about the greenery. So think about that.
I'm thinking. I have thought. And I don't think there's anything good about the greenery. Even that chalkboard. We'll see, with that chalkboard, you don't even have to go inside the greenery. Because it sits outside.
That's true. But it's part of it.
Yeah.
Do you know, apparently in the cab building, they have, like, games you can rent. In the floor above the greenery. Have you ever seen those?
I don't think it's there.
No, I've seen them there.
Where?
In the floor above the greenery.
Okay, but what side of the floor? Where?
No, I think it's 2 floors above the greenery. Is there 2 floors above the greenery?
There's 2 floors. I was going to say, 3rd floor, there's like...
Yeah, I think that's where it is.
The Unity Lounge? No, not the Unity Lounge.
I've never been to
There's the student activities place.
We clearly don't know anything about the campus.
I go in the cab building on the reg. I don't know anything other than the first 2 floors. I apologize. But yeah, you can rent games from the library, I think, as well. For your fun game nights.
Yes.
Yes. Do that. Yeah.
Or you could just watch Disney movies in your dorm bed, alone, with headphones, while your roommates make a lot of noise next door.
Is that personal?
Maybe.
I didn't know you watched Disney movies. Learn something new every day.
I only watch Disney movies sometime. Go play in the snow. Play in the snow at night, because in the morning it will be melted. Make a snowman.
I think one of my most fun experiences from last year was when Dagny and I played in the snow for like 2 or 3 hours at night and just ran around in the cold and then scared our 2 friends who were walking around.
Yes.
That was like the funnest thing ever.
Definitely only scare people if you know them. Otherwise it's creepy and it's weird.
We waited for like 30 minutes.
We waited for 30 minutes because we knew where they'd be walking.
Yeah, we needed to be in place so we could creep up behind them. It was so worth it, but also so creepy. I have such
a clear memory of doing that, but what I learned in class, it's a bit foggy.
Well, yeah, same. Isn't that how it always is?
That's how it always is.
Yeah. It's also really fun to write, like, notes in the snow for people to see.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else about being an Evergreen student?
What's really the true essence of being an Evergreen?
Oh, man. I think hating the greenery.
Sure.
Doing illegal activities in the dorm rooms. And going to class.
Oh, it's a classic experience to get lost in the woods. I've never done it.
I haven't.
But I hear it's very time consuming and sometimes frightening. So if you want to try that.
Yeah. That could work. We should do that.
Get lost in the woods.
I don't like getting lost, but we should do that.
We should do it. You don't like it, but we'll do it anyway.
Just to be a true Evergreen student. You know?
I feel like there should be some... You know what? No, we need to find a gooey duck.
Oh my god, we have to find a gooey duck.
We have to see a real live gooey duck. That should be on my list.
Did you know their necks can reach 3 feet long?
What?
Yeah.
That's so ugly.
I know. And it's
That's
the
terrible.
truth. I read it on a postcard.
Can you eat gooey ducks? Like,
yeah.
Do they sell them for food? Is there a restaurant where we can go do that?
I don't know if there probably is a restaurant that does it in Olympia. I know they sell them at, like, I think meat shops or, like, seafood shops.
I don't want to, like, prepare it myself, though.
I'd prepare it for you.
Yeah?
I wouldn't eat it, but I'd prepare it for you.
Well, I just want to see a real live gooey duck.
Okay. Yeah.
Let it all hang out.
There's gooey duck shells in the bookstore.
Like real gooey duck shells?
Yeah.
There's also stuffed gooey ducks in the bookstore. Do they still have those?
They still have those, and they have ones with little sweaters.
You should get those for all of your relatives.
Sweater.
As soon as you get to college, you buy them all up, and you package them in boxes, and you send them to all your relatives with no note explaining.
Yeah.
Possibly you could say, I'm a greener now. No other explanation.
They're pretty inexpensive, depending on how many relatives you have. Upwards of 3, that's getting expensive. But if you have 3 relatives,
you just have 3 relatives, that's
you're
fine.
golden.
Maybe all your relatives over 65 and under 20.
Yeah. And all your pets. I'm sure a dog would love a little gooey duck.
No, don't send it to your pets. My dogs would just tear those right up.
I want to give one to my dog. Maybe I should buy one for her.
I don't think she'd like it.
She's into hedgehogs.
That's
Stuffed
not, it's
hedgehogs.
Not a hedgehog. It's a gooey
I
duck.
think she'd be into stuffed
I don't
gooey
think
duck.
she'd be into it.
I'll ask my mom. Okay, we'll be ending our podcast with a question for our lovely listeners. Today's question, how much money would it take for you to eat at the Greenery for the rest of your life?
Our current answers for that are, we've asked a few people that.
Mm-hmm.
I think some answers we've gotten are $1 billion and no amount of money. So we'll see what your answer is.
Yep, I'm interested in that.
You can find us wherever you found this podcast.
If you have questions you want us to answer on the show or stuff you want us to talk about, email us using the email below. Thanks for listening and good luck with your future endeavors.